Okay, so this was the reading of the plans to building the altar and for the let me see the plans of the courtyard. Um, I know when reading it out loud, I'll take a little bit of time because I'm imagining it in my head, even though I know how it looks. My mind always, like I said, goes into 1,000 places at one time. So, like I said, these are notes for Exodus 27, and then so I'm trying to retrieve information same time I'm sending it out and all this, which I'm able to do, but then you can see how one thing will be lacking more than the other. And then that, and then for the lights of the tabernacle. I'm going to share some pictures after this so you have an idea what we're talking about because it's very hard to kind of really distinguish exactly what was going on or what I was talking about. Maybe some people are good about picturing those. Maybe somebody that would build. Vanessa. No. Maybe somebody that would build or something like that. But me personally, I don't do that. Say hi. Say hi. Wait. Say hi. Okay. All right, let me finish. Okay. So, sorry, she's sliding the light over her, which is really funny that it's a blue color because kind of in the fourth dimension, it's like, anyways, a blue color or something else, and it really started to mention, but anyways, let me just not go there. So we have this, and they have the specifications for building the altar and all these things. Whenever I read these things, I don't just look at them and say, "Oh, this is how it's built," and that's enough. This is how it's built in the Jewish temple because the Holy Scripture as we go on to keep reading as not just the tabernacle but the temple of God, which would have been a representation of the tabernacle in the future, was said to be inside of us, that we are the temple of God, which was the same way I said that we are the church. That we individually should be able to do all the things that Christ empowered us to do, that God gave us the will to do as His children. Like I posted yesterday, it's something about believing that leads to knowing, and there is no other steps to take as far as life is concerned. You have to be able to believe something in order for you to really actually know it. And it's not because you make it up or your mind conceives it or accepts it, but that God, then you're allowing the supernatural world to come in and show you what God really wants you to see out of the situation. So when you read these things, I know they're very basic, but they'll open up so much more with the numbers and the distance and the overlaying. They mean so much more, not just in our world, but in our past ancient times that we could reference to, and even to our own instructions of our own body, the way our body is built and made, or connects to certain things. I mean, all these scriptures are so significant. So just take it in. It's not a lot. This one, I know my first time around, when I read this the first time around, it was like, oh, okay, yeah, let's just hurry up and get to that chapter. But okay, it's awesome. But I'm happy now that I'm able to get back now and able to share it with you and able to give you more insight that I wish somebody would have gave me. So, but like I said, the believing in it, knowing God showed me things, and I'm happy to be able to share it with you guys. And I hope that it carries on, like the end of this verse said, this must be observed from generation to generation, and you're able to pass these truths to your children that they might be able to open something bigger. Because the reason I share this is because God lets me see things to a certain extent by what I've went through, what I've seen, the spirits that I've encountered with. But everybody has experienced and seen different things. So somebody's mind might see this and think of something more. That's why it's so important for us to communicate and share. The closing of communication is the closing of God's will being done. So always keep your heart and your mind open to talk to others about the smallest things because they can be so much. They lead to much bigger things. And always just never just overlook anything. Everything is of importance. If not, it wouldn't be in your life. Um, and I say this with all reverence to respect to those who have to still battle and not have the strength to fight Satan all the time. But there's something about giving your will to God and letting Him take over, and letting Him take over to take care of things, and that's just that's just the best we could do because no matter how hard we try and we struggle, we are not capable of changing things that are already done and already said. It's but God on the other hand, what Satan meant for bad, God could turn it to good. And I've seen that happen numerous and countless amount of times. And that is why I hold on to this and I don't let it go because I've seen the power that it has. And I pray you guys get that power in you and you're able to go outside yourself and be able to go out into the world. Because if we can't even change the things in our life, it's going to be really hard to go out into the world and make a difference there. Okay, well, God bless, and we will be back. And that is the end of, that was Exodus 27, 21. And we'll be back soon. Finish up. All right, thanks. Bye.